Oh man, look at you trying to jump out the goddamn seat beforehand. You too excited, bro? You too
I was
excited? It ain't that
trying to
crazy.
set up some shit, you know what I mean?
Started levitating.
Yeah, bro. Okay. So y'all, welcome back. Um, I can't even talk. Power ups the pages power up. You know what I'm saying? We got some good topics here today. So a lot of stuff coming out this week. But let's go ahead and get into the discussion. We're going to talk about Darth Maul. Darth Maul that came out Mondays. That'll be going forward. As you can see, the pop. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about Conquest dominating per usual every time he comes on the screen. With the episode 5. We got Daredevil. We're about 3 episodes in. Hopefully, Faison has now watched the 3 episodes, and we would love to hear his opinion on this. The Boys season. The Boys season starts. Season 5, final season starts this week. Thursday is going to be the scheduled programming, but per Cryptic, I think that they're going to do like an early drop, so it will possibly come out along the side of Invincible. So that's an action pack Wednesday. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this Darth Maul, man. I haven't watched it just yet. Obviously, I still have my jacket on because I came straight from work into here. But Darth Maul is one of my favorite characters. I think he has pretty good lore, and I'm excited for it. So how y'all feeling about it?
DJ.
I mean, I'm not a big Darth Maul guy. Or like, let me not say that. Let's clean it up.
Cut him up.
Shout out to Darth Maul. I know I've been catching heat all week. You know what I'm saying?
The comment section, get him.
But shout out to Darth Maul for getting this show. I know they're gonna like tell the lore, you know what I'm saying? But personally, I will probably not be watching this unless it's actually good. I'm not a fan of the animation style, but shout out to them for expanding on the character, giving them some lore, you know what I'm saying, and expanding that universe. But I'm not a fan of the animation style. That's my only take about it for real. But I'm sure it'll be decent.
Okay, go ahead, Crypto. What you? As somebody that's also as much as a fan as me at this point, as far as the Star Wars lore. So go ahead and get your spill in. You know.
I'm not gonna go too in detail with it. It was gas.
Okay.
I wish there was like 2 more episodes to watch because it started to heat up. So a little bit more exciting Star Wars. I mean, it's done by Dave Filoni, bro. He's a fan favorite. He does a really good job with the storyline and the Star Wars universe. So it's in good hands. I have faith. The Clone Wars, right before the podcast started, we talked about Clone Wars a little bit, and he did Clone Wars. Everybody loves that, so I'm here for it. Right now, as it sits, the darker tone, I'm fucking with it. They're not doing nothing like, oh, he's like this crazy guy. No, he's being a little. This time around, Maul's being a little bit more tactical. He's doing shit. He's still got his rage, but he's a little bit more tactical. He's trying to stay under the radar, so I'm here for it.
It's on Disney Plus, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I just said I haven't seen it yet, so I'll be watching it later. But I know that a few episodes within first the movie when he where he made his first appearance, double lightsaber stuff, fighting 2 Jedi at the same time. As you know, if you don't know, just to catch people up, he did get cut in half. Obviously, I would suggest go back and watching it. It's a little bit of a dated film, for some people, but to me, I still enjoy it. I still enjoy the first. But no, Darth Maul is a lot bigger than what people think. I think that it's just him also being like a big part of like Obi-Wan, like one of the like a key villain. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everybody needs their I guess we can go Daredevil. Who am I thinking about? Kingpin. Everybody needs that like opposing force, right? And since obviously, Star Wars is about, yin and yang, it just makes sense to me. And I'm honestly really, really looking forward to it. And I can't wait to see it, honestly.
Question, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So we got Darth Maul.
Mhm.
We also have Darth Vader. How many other Darths are there?
There's quite a lot. Another fan favorite. Oh, I don't have the poster up. Another fan favorite is Darth Raven. Came way before Darth Sidious. But he's also another one that a lot of people like because of just his all around power and what he did. There's also Darth Plagueis. We know his story from Darth Sidious. He was, I can't remember if he was Darth Sidious's master or I know he came before Sidious, but basically he's the one that taught or knew how to be immortal through the Force. And Sidious knew. He was the one that when Sidious was explaining it during the scene when Anakin was like, "Oh, I had a dream that Padme might die." That was the story he was telling him. There's also another because there used to be a lot of Sith. There's a whole planet. Like I said, I watched Clone Wars. For those that know, there was a whole planet of Sith. And what happened to them was they were actually winning against the Jedi. What ended up happening was they ended up fighting amongst themselves, and I can't remember the actual Sith Lord's name, but he ended up creating the rule of two. That's why in the movies and stuff that you always see them, there's only two because a lot of them get killed off.
They do.
They just get murked, and because they end up fighting amongst themselves. It's kind of like prime example going to anime terms. It's like the Uchiha. There was always fighting amongst the Uchiha. And once you got yeah. So once you got the Sharingan, niggas was trying to murk other niggas to get that up. It was the same concept. So that's what. Go ahead,
my bad.
No, I was gonna say I think that's where that came from, or where the creator of Naruto got that from for the Uchiha, because it's kind of really similar now that I think about it.
I think that the Sith thing is like a little bit more savage. Because you can see like the Uchihas actually like, yeah, they can do that to unlock certain things with the Rinnegan or the Sharingan essentially. I'm thinking Rinnegan because the Sasuke having both later down the line broken, but Sharingan, you there was means of getting it without like slaughtering people. Like the Sith literally put everybody in there and said everybody Siths, and then came downstairs one day and was like, there can only be one. Slaughter everyone who will be last.
Bro. No rush.
like that's insane. And they immediately got busy. So I get it.
DJ, as someone that you seem like you don't know too much, it is a very interesting story. I would highly recommend you watch the Clone Wars. Yes, the art style is similar, but it goes more in depth if you are really curious, where the movies don't. And if you don't feel like reading the books, like I read the books, sometimes it can be way too much. Plus, there's a lot of fan stuff, which can sometimes be canon, sometimes can't be canon. So just watch Clone Wars. It explains everything in detail.
It does. I agree. I can't say it any better, honestly. But yeah, I'm excited for it for sure. Like I have no gripes for it. I think that Darth Maul, as far as like fitting in the storyline, I think you would kind of understand and learn to appreciate him a little bit more, because there's a lot of people that have highlights, but Darth Maul was the one over here with the Crimson Dawn, the Syndicate. You know what I'm saying? Taking over people. Learn a lot of things from Palpatine, having people point guns at each other and being able to do, just kind of create certain chaos and organize chaos. Like Crypto was saying, like he was saying that at one point in time it was nothing but rage. Still is rage. Rage is the reason why he survived, essentially, but he goes about it in a whole different way, in a whole different like backgrounds, including the Mandalorians getting in there with that and taking over the Mandalorians. Yeah, taking over Mandalorians. Like he was playing. They were playing chess as a checkers situation. So I think that
he had the dark saber for a little bit.
Yeah.
And that was when because in order to take over Mandalore, you got to have the dark saber. So
dark saber, yeah.
He had that for a little bit, and then, which this is coming. What we're seeing, the series takes place after Order 66, so after Emperor Palpatine takes over the Empire and everything. So we're seeing that little piece. And before you joined, DJ, I was telling James, I'm pretty sure that this is going to more than likely fill in the gap between where we saw him at the end of Order 66, so with Ahsoka, to where we saw him with Ezra Bridger and Rebels, where he ends up on planet Sith and he's just been stuck there this entire time. Like he finds out the truth, why all the Sith are dead, what happened, why there has to be the rule of two, why you can't just kill the light and everything. Yeah, because he kind of talks about it too when he goes and meets Kenobi, because Kenobi ends up killing him. That's his final death, official death. This man comes back so many times, but his official death, Kenobi did kill him, because Kenobi, Maul had sensed a newer, stronger new power, which was Luke as a child. So he's like, Kenobi, we're good now. We ain't got to really do nothing. He was like, you know what?
Let's piece it up.
I'm gonna take that child from you, and I'm gonna train him up. And Kenobi was like, nah, you ain't about to do that, big dog. So
I mean, so the storyline fits post Order 66, post Bad Batch, but pre-Solo.
Yes.
So that's where that's going to be at. And he's right. He asked Luke to avenge him. It's a lot with him. But a good fun fact is, I know that Nate was saying he wasn't a popular character, but in fact, George Lucas told them in Clone Wars to resurrect him. Oh, he literally went and said we resurrect him in Clone Wars. Dave Filoni said we can't. He's cut in half. How does that work? And Lucas said, I don't know. Figure it out. Yeah. And now we're back with Darth Maul. So that's the story behind that, and a little bit insight with that one.
Why I said Mace Windu can be the one. If you know, he can come back, bruh. He's the only Jedi. The reason why he has a purple lightsaber, yes, is because Samuel L. Jackson asked for it. But they had to develop a backstory for why he has it. His backstory is he's one of the Jedi, one of the few Jedi that actually fights on both good and evil sides. His fighting style, which is why he was able to beat Anakin. So he's one of the few Jedi that could potentially come back and do the same thing Maul did. I would love to see a little one-off series, bro. Put that to rest. We love it.
As much as you try to campaign for this, I did not see him going back saying, hey, we must revive Mace.
Also, look, make Finn his son, bro. Be like, this nigga.
Oh my gosh. You gotta let it go.
We gotta let it go. Look, we got a few niggas in space. Give us something.
It's only like 4 black people in space, dog. It's only about 4.
Yeah. They're not bringing it back. I'm sorry. I hate to say that to you. I'm sorry. Hey, okay.
James
so
it's not melanated Marsh no more.
Right.
We're not working about that. We're not worried about that. So, all in all, I'm anticipating it. I think it's great, and I'm excited for it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next segment, Invincible. Are we all caught up on Invincible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did we all see Conquest come back?
I texted in the fucking chat how pissed off I was about that. Not about him coming back, But I'll let y'all speak, and then I'll get into my spiel. Why I was so pissed.
Okay, so I'm just gonna paint the picture real quick. If y'all didn't know, the episode 5, "Give Us a Moment," which is just maniacal because it's conquest in that. Came out April 1st, and just the key events that must know. Episode opens up, spoiler: Nola returning back to Earth, saying we need you. Obviously, there's some like heart touching moments where he tries to reconnect with Debbie, and she wasn't rocking. The woman Sandra delivers. People are saying it's the performance of the season, and I'm not mad at it at all. It played its role very well, in my honest opinion. Big thing for me as well, Nolan and Art standing on business.
Okay.
Art standing on business about that suit. Big dog, I can't do it. Why? What you mean? It's only for heroes, dog. And nah,
that ain't you.
Nah. That ain't you, brother. Oliver, the big thing, there was touching moment that his mother was killed by Viltrumites from the other planet, and he refused to let his other mother die and not be part of it. So that's a big deal as well. We have the heartfelt moments with Debbie organizing the small dinner and stuff like that, with everyone showing usually the calm before the storm. And then we go to the coalition ship and the final act of it, and the Viltrumite fight happens, and that is the beginning of the Viltrumite War. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about it. How do we feel about it? I've seen a 9 out of 10. I've seen a 9.9. I've seen a few things. So
5 out of 10.
I've seen 9.5 out of 10 too. So what do you be thinking, y'all? How are we feeling about this?
Yeah, I can't lie. They smoking this season. I'm not gonna lie. I know we had a couple of theories floating around before the season started, like where it would go, how they would take it. But they getting right to it. 5 episodes in, it's not been no real drag. It just sucks. It sucks for my dog. It sucks for my dog, Mark, man. He came straight out of hell. Had to get right to the
bro.
war.
I had to get right to it, bro. They couldn't even reach that station.
That shit is sick, bro. That shit is sick. Then he got to fly his girl around. She pregnant, useless. No powers. Powers all fucked up. He got to fly her around everywhere. Then dad comes back. It's all types of. We knew it was gonna be family drama, but I ain't think.
Yeah.
They doing it great though.
They are. Nate, when you see you shaking your head, go ahead.
Performance crazy.
Okay.
She did.
Okay.
So performance. I ain't think that shit was performance of the year, but I do think it was a good performance by Debbie. I do think I'm glad she didn't do that dramatic cry or some shit. Like, she let him have it, and I'm glad Art did the same thing. So all of that was good and dandy for me. I'm touch on one quick thing. I found out that the girl that has the nano suit, I think it's nano suit, is actually in the comics is a dude.
Yes,
niggas was complaining about that, but like, it's not really a bad thing if you're gay.
Do you know what? Do you know why they? Do you know why they went for a girl instead of the guy?
Nah, actually not.
Because they said they'd be too similar to Mark.
That makes sense.
And when you look at him, black hair and stuff like that, and all that, I mean,
I've seen the side by, yeah. I mean, I'm not like people that. I didn't read the comics, so I wouldn't know. But from what I'm seeing, people weren't really complaining about it. So, I mean, there were. If you gay, just say that, bro. Like, why are you complaining that they gender swapped? Come on now.
Nah. I'm not going. Look. No. Because you start to do one gender swap, they start getting real crazy. You know,
as long as it's nothing crazy like that, there's nothing. It's a side character, bro.
Right.
I don't know this nigga. You just randomly introducing her.
You getting too crazy in there. You getting too crazy.
Well, look. Fuck
Calm
all
down.
them niceties, bro. Fuck all them niceties. I'm tired of this nigga Mark. Oh my God.
Come on, bro.
I was sitting there the episode. I'm like, okay, Mark about to let this nigga Conquest have this shit. He done already got a whoop, like an ass whooping, bro. Just get this nigga. Especially when he said, oh, it was mainly your girl that really helped you. You ain't really do shit. When I'm done whooping your ass, I'm gonna go taste her blood and I'm gonna whoop her ass. Mark, kill this nigga, bro. You over here. Fuck that, nigga. Get that Viltrumite chop, nigga. Wow.
No.
bro.
Nah, bro. I mean,
oh my god, I was so mad, bro. I was like, bro,
It's war. It's
oh
war.
my god,
yeah, it's. I think that it symbolizes the war of attrition, right? You gotta also think Conquest still slept on Mark, right? He still slept on Mark,
yeah, no, for
and
sure.
Conquest is 5,000 years old. Like,
Fact.
and he's been around. He's been around more. He's been around longer than like human civilization existed.
Mhm.
Switching the character. Shout out to Y. Shout out to Y.
No, there was nothing wrong.
So yeah, I mean, so I don't think nothing was wrong with that. Go ahead.
It's the incel community that thinks I'm wrong though.
I don't give a
Incel
fuck.
community is mad at gender swapping.
No, yeah, for sure, 100%.
I think that Mark standing on business. Hold on.
You don't know the
that
chop.
man went against anyway. Conquest.
You don't know the chop. Wait, I did see something online that said when Viltramar start to get their ass whooped, they got one move, and it's always that chop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that chop put you down. That chop put you down. That's a finishing blow. I mean, so here's the thing about this too. I think I like that Mark stood on business with that, because I know also another thing is I don't think that Mark, actually I'm almost certain that Mark couldn't have beat him in a one-on-one, like if he let him go, especially getting that close to killing Conquest was going to not hold back and murder him. Once you engage in that, that's one of them things like you can't let go, because if you let go, he may actually kill you, and he still end up damn near killing him. So I think that's too, yeah.
That's how pause.
Yeah.
That nigga guts
I'm
was
about
just
to
all
buck.
out
Oh, hey, whoa.
everywhere.
That's crazy.
Like,
So
come on, dog.
Nah, that's true.
Like, bro, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Fuck that, because we didn't see Omni-Man.
Right.
Omni-Man, he went to a whole planet and started murking them niggas, right? And yes,
Yeah.
I understand. It's Conquest. He's not someone to just be slept on. But that should mean something. That should mean that, okay, we've seen, that's all I'm saying is I'm sick and tired of this, like, he's still soft. He's still soft
Right.
marketing.
He's still a
Bruh,
kid.
bruh.
He's still
I
a
need
kid.
him to grasp the concept of, okay, you're not your dad, but you're not invincible no more, nigga. You're a whole different type of nigga, bro. You don't have to always kill a nigga. But these niggas, it's war. We just talked
Hey,
about
oh.
it.
you gotta think about what they trying to do, or like what I'm peeping this season is like they trying to make him be a better example for Kid Omni-Man. So it's like he can't unleash.
Oh, Oliver?
Yeah, he can't unleash because he got Oliver looking up to him.
That's
bro.
true.
Like they not letting him unleash, because the
Why
last
spitting
time,
facts?
the last time they just let him, you know what I'm saying? Like they let him
Yeah.
kill a nigga. Now all the other heroes is hating on him. They don't know what to do. They don't know if he's the one.
Them niggas ain't there. It's
Get him.
war.
Niggas pussy, but he got all that on his mind. We were just talking about the last episode, how niggas said trauma matters and all that
They
bullshit.
just had a whole
So-
episode about Satan.
Yeah,
It made that nigga be a good guy. You gonna sit here and tell me, fuck that? No.
Hey, look, I you know what?
He had
Nate,
that
I knew
bullshit.
you. Nate, I knew you was gonna do this, and I have one phrase. I have one phrase for you, and it's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. And I thought about it. I hope Invincible versus is good. Oh yeah, the fighting game.
I heard it's supposed to be really good.
I heard really good too. Oh, still, yeah, you're right. But here's the thing, and DJ, let me know if I'm wrong. The show is named Invincible. It's not named Unbeatable. All right, he's gonna take his lumps. He's a kid, man.
I'm fine with him taking his ass whoopings. What I'm saying is, like, it still feels to me like Mark is holding something back. And like DJ just explained, he just went through a lot of shit, and I understand that. But when it's like the nigga talking about your wife, he like, we already know what type of games this nigga Conquest is on. What the Viltrumites is on. They just coming to fuck shit up.
Bruh,
We're not talking about regular
bruh,
Earth
hold
villains.
on.
We're talking about conquerors.
But
Them
hold
niggas
on,
gotta
hold
go.
on. Hold on. Literally, still, like I said, like
Got
good guy
it.
Justin, he was talking about coming to Earth, so he might not actually be a good guy for long. That is true. That's very true, actually. But no, so here's the thing. I understand what you're saying, but I'm telling you that I don't think at that current time, if he was fighting alone and he let go of Conquest and Conquest took him seriously, it is over for him. Not only that, he literally said, that's the last, you will not leave out this joint breathing anymore. And he did exactly that. Like, he didn't say I was going to whip your ass and he was breathing. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So
I'm just saying, like, it just felt like the nigga just held him. I'm sorry. The nigga just held the nigga neck. Like, he could have did some other move. That's just me.
I mean, give me an example of what he could done so I can go ahead and tell you exactly what would happen.
Get top. Thank you, DJ. Get that nigga.
So hold on. So you think that he's gonna let go and try to chop somebody that also has been doing this for over 5,000 years? Is actually second stronger.
He only got one arm. He breaks his arm. There's got to be some strategy to it. I'm not saying that he just started doing some crazy shit. Mark was still sane enough. Like, he wasn't. What did Wad say? He wasn't crashing out, right? He wasn't fully crashing out. There was some strategic to what he was doing, which was the choking out, right? Take this nigga arm away. He only got one arm, so then
you can't. As soon as you let go of that one grip.
No, I mean before he got to that, them niggas was just going for blows and shit. Before he got to the holding his neck part, remember? Because Conquest was throwing his ass around. Mark was coming back with some fire. Then Mark said, "You know what? Fuck you, nigga," and just held this nigga this whole. So, I'll go back and rewatch. I just don't think that boxing with Conquest has already proved that you're not going to win. That's what I'm saying. Conquest is stronger than him. Like, that chop may not finish shit. That's the thing about it. We don't know.
I mean, we don't know though, because I'm about to say, like, he got that Gohan syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
Like, thank you.
He don't have the Gohan syndrome, bro.
We've seen him punch the nigga's head. We've seen him murder. We've seen him
right, but that's also a regular person. Yeah, that is a regular person. Like, that's completely different.
You know what I'm saying? If you know your opponent, you know how much you got to turn it up. Or at least I would assume so. You know how much you got to turn it up. I mean, obviously he's not there yet because he's dealing with his emotions and he's still on his kid shit. But once he unlocks the fact that, all right, bro, I'm about to just start murdering niggas.
It's not about emotion. It's not about emotion with that one. At that current time, it would have been about emotion. Because even the first fight, he was on go time. Yeah, he was literally on go time. Right when he came back.
He be boxing for sure.
But that's what I'm saying.
Putting shit down, bro. He gotta start putting shit down.
The nigga used his head last time, so he could do a chop, nigga. The nigga literally headbutted this nigga to death. He could use a chop,
and that did nothing. But like he said, it was his girl that did this. He's fighting right about to say, and also, I'm about to say they all thought he was dead. Also, Eve was there, and let's just be real. Like he said, Eve was the truth. He was in that joint by himself, fighting and boxing with him. He knows that was smart crash out because he knows the last time he got mad and he let it all out and said, bro, you came at the wrong time. I'm about to really dog your shit. He still got his ass whooped.
He didn't realize how strong Conquest was. Now he know, nigga. Now you know.
That doesn't matter though. That, like, when it comes to certain things, it doesn't matter. Yes, I got my ass whooped once. That just means I'm gonna get my ass whooped a different way if I don't go about this a certain way. Like, that's just what it is. Like, and also once again, what's named like Conquest is playing. Conquest is doing child's play, which that's the kind of part I guess that feeds in his character and I'm iffy about. Because you already went to Thrag, and Thrag was like, this is your last chance. So I would assume you would go through that motherfucker and just go to work
and go. That's what.
Yeah, but he still
wanted to see straight lay waste to like some, not crash out, not complete crash out, but like just straight go for blows. We kind of saw it with Conquest when he was pulling that nigga Gus out, right? And then he left this nigga looking like how Omni-Man had this nigga looking at the end when he was beating his ass. Nigga got a part 2. This nigga Mark is just going through it, bro. This nigga is not invincible.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. He's something. Hasn't brought up something as well. He said that, I think Conquest was under something that Mark was soft and he let him live, so he thought he could play around still. That's true.
It's a learning lesson for Conquest too. Like,
Conquest does not take anybody seriously. He said that multiple times. He said niggas, other Viltrumites fear him. So he's like, I don't go full out.
Yeah, he don't. It's until it's too late. It's almost like Conquest honestly wanted to die.
At this point.
No, he don't. He said the first time he fought this nigga, he said, "I've been waiting so long." Like, why are you?
No, yeah, the monologue. I ain't gonna lie, that was hard. Even Conquest messing around with him, talking about I did like Mark talking shit. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. He talking about, oh, that was personal. Like, that showed you confidence. Like, I was like, that's crazy. Still Conquest. But no, I mean, I think the biggest thing for me is how they did it, especially with the sound design, right? Like, you gotta think, like, the scene separates, it's violent, it's genuine, it seems traumatic. The music cuts out completely at the last like second when they're struggling, to the point where it's like it's bad because he start pulling out the organs and there's silence, the music just dies. It's a lot. Like yeah. Mark whimpering, you know what I'm saying? It's quiet, he's barely breathing. Like apparently per like the internet or whatever, even the crew that was doing it and saw it in production and was writing it and stuff, they even kind of got squeamish about it. So you know, as you can tell, like it just seems like everybody lost, and that's a part of war, right? There's no victory, there's no victory music, there's nothing, it's just silence.
Well, that's the thing, they're not trying to kill them. As much as the Viltrumites don't want, like, that is their last resort. They don't want to kill them because there's not that many left. They just want to whip their ass into shape. Like, hey, you niggas need to fall in line.
100%.
It's like they're not really there to kill them. So I would be like, y'all niggas ain't trying to kill me. Y'all got to get murked.
I'm about to. Juan said in the chat, like, it's probably what makes Invincible great, because they know how to set the scene, especially for an epic battle like that. Like, they did it, like you said, like the sound design got quiet. You was able to hear every punch, every organ ripped out. Like, it's nasty work, but this is what makes the show great, bro. And especially at the pivotal part of the season, like, what is it, 8 episodes? We're at episode 5 already. Like, come on, bro. This is how you do it.
Bro, that nigga Conquest pulling up on Oliver, bro. And all
about to scream his head again. Yeah, that man played with Oliver. Oliver, no, that was crazy.
That's Shaq in the early 2000s about to dunk on a nigga.
Oh my gosh, that's nasty work. That's nasty work. So okay, so let's go ahead and like review. Biggest takeaways: Conquest is dead. There's only 49 Viltrumites left, and the war has just started. Just, you know, once again, later on after like the credits a little bit, they show Alan in tech jacket, stowaways on the Viltrumite ship, heading towards wherever that's going to be. Eve obviously is pregnant, and she chooses not to tell Mark because she wanted Mark to focus. You know, but Cecil, seeing that Earth is finally the free of Viltrumites, but he's also not. He took a little breather, but he's also really not at ease. And you know, I know that this season still has a lot more left, but I am looking to see how this ends up.
Far as it different?
Slightly. Okay. So like I would say how could I say, what was the different parts? So there were still other characters in the comic and stuff like that. They kind of did more back and forth with it, obviously, but they wanted to focus on Mark at that point in time, and everybody doing that. Cecil watching this back after they come home. Yeah, I would too. That's probably why he shook. Honestly, that's a good point. That is a good point. But another thing, I don't know if they're going to put it in the next episode, but in the comic, Nolan buries Conquest.
Oh, okay.
He gives him like a eulogy because no matter what, he still was the greatest warrior in Viltrumite that's ever produced. Outside of now, we know there's going to be Thrag, of course. But in the history, Conquest obviously is the one that been more respect. He's done a lot more. The show pretty much skips it. I don't know if is it going to start off and open up the next episode with that and do that, or it's just going to leave it. Because I mean, the silence was cool too, and I think the biggest thing, like in the comic as well, is that the thing when like Mark was choking him, it was a lot more of an emphasis on rage and being angry versus Mark will at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. That's like the major difference I see. And maybe I don't see that. It's up to y'all interpretation as well. Do y'all feel like it was more rage or more will?
A little bit more rage, but like we've seen
It
him
didn't
rage
seem
out for
as
real.
much rage this time as it was with the first time he faced him.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that was a big thing. But
He was just trying to like, I don't know. I feel like he ain't dead because I just feel like he just knocked him out, just passed him out. But he could be dead.
That nigga's not dead.
no, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Conquest
Unless
is
it's,
dead?
I mean, like I said, unless it's something different in the comics. All right, but this is supposed to be it.
That's such a
Yeah.
pussy way to go out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, so like he just goes.
Oh, y'all think that's a pussy way to go out? Wait till. Never mind. Never mind. I just know when the time comes for this certain individual and it finally catches up to him and how if they do it the same way they do on the comics, I know that y'all are going to drag that for a fact. I know y'all going to drag that shit. So I'm just going to be prepared for that. Any ending notes for that before we move on to Daredevil?
Nah, I think I'm here for it. That, like I said, my only gripe was the fact that I just really wanted it, round 2 versus Conquest. I wanted Mark to just stop fucking around and just let that nigga have it. But yeah, I understand. It's Conquest. I understand, but like, come on.
Honestly,
choke the nigga out.
Honestly, you know what? Hold on. You know what? I take that back. There's one gripe I have with that. I don't have a gripe with Mark. I have a gripe because you said it, Nate, but I knew it wasn't going to be exactly like how you thought it was. We missed a big opportunity for Nolan versus Conquest.
Yes,
the
bro,
dialogue was there, and everything. He was talking that shit, boy. He was talking that shit. Okay, so
even if it could have ended with like Mark, like the same way, but like a little bit more, bro. Like, come on,
because you could tell they were about to go to blows. Like you could tell the respect they like had for each other, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan is just going to cook. This just for him playing Conquest as far as his voice off The Walking Dead. Like he's now solidified himself to play many voices and a lot of like animated things. So he's just opened up a new bag for himself. But okay, for closing notes, we're going to move on to Daredevil Born Again. We are 3 seasons in. I mean, not 3 seasons. I'm sorry. 3 episodes in. You know, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, DJ. Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
Go ahead, DJ.
Hey man, let's talk about Trauma Devil.
Oh my god.
Trauma Devil. Traumatized again. It's a good show, bro. It's a good show.
What? Y'all hear that? He says a good show. Oh, I'm so glad this is recorded. I'm so glad it's recorded.
He don't want to get hit in the comment section again.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is like a new. All right, it's Monday. It's April. His camera's working perfectly. He's saying,
"Who is this DJ?"
Bro, I don't know, bro. This is face on.
The first episode was mid.
Okay.
Second episode was decent because we got to the bullseye shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think it's head ass what they're doing with the lighting, I hate that. But it's supposed to like represent his senses.
Oh, okay.
Like whenever Bullseye's on screen, it just automatically turns blue. Yeah. Like that's head ass. And whenever Kingpin on screen is white, and when Daredevil's on screen is red, miss me with the theatrics. But second episode was better. Third episode was good. I'm not gonna lie. Third episode was straight. It was fire to me. But
yeah, that was fine.
My only problem with this joint is the pacing when there's no action happening. When there's no action happening, we're going through like Mayor Fist doing his mayor thing. We're going through like BB Yurg, her story, her trying to capture like the voice of New York and all that, and her being the person. Spoiler. Her being the person under the Kingpin mask and the propaganda and all that. Like obviously, like they try to make it seem like it's some big reveal, but obviously, who else would it fucking be? So. This is like little stuff like that is like, I mean, I guess you got to develop the world and the characters, like obviously, but it's just like, come on, bro, we don't care. Let's get to the shit. What is gonna happen to Kingpin? How are Daredevil and Bullseye gonna team up? Like, let's get to it. Like, let's get to it, bro. They slow walking the dog, but my problem is like we're 5 seasons in. there's no need to slow walk the dog. There's no need to do it. But shout out to the Sportsman for getting active, and shout out to Bullseye for actually showing up and turning up. You feel me?
Yeah,
I said my gripe last pod was the fucking the therapist and her bullshit. And I seen someone review that shit, and it's like, how the fuck you going to sit here? He wasn't a vigilante. Muse wasn't a vigilante. The nigga was just a serial killer. And you are sitting here criticizing all these other vigilantes, and you're doing all this shit, fixing shit, playing right into Fisk's hand because you're traumatized over some bullshit, when another vigilante, an actual vigilante, helped you to stop him, and you were the one that murdered him. Ma'am, that is wrong. You need to go to jail, you crazy bitch. My other gripe, I love Daredevil Born Again, by the way. I wasn't on the hate train with DJ. I actually like this show. But my only gripe, no one's talking about this shit. Where the fuck is Punisher? We ended season 1 with the nigga being in the cage. He was in the cage with the other niggas, right? Daredevil, this last episode, goes and gets them all out. He wasn't there. So
he broke out. He did break out on the Easter egg.
He did?
Yeah, he definitely broke on the Easter egg. Yeah.
I ain't see that.
Yeah, he definitely broke out. I'm about to say, all right.
I ain't see that. Because I was wondering, I was like, maybe we're gonna see what happens later. Because I think these next couple episodes are supposed to really ramp up. Like, this is supposed to lead into the Punisher the Punisher hour, basically movie. And then that'll lead into Spider-Man Brand New Day? Yeah, Brand New Day. I got some supposed confirmation about the Defenders supposed to be a thing coming back next season 3. So we got some good things. DJ just impatient. It's okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go with the what's working and what's not working, right? So obviously Charlie Cox and Vincent playing Matt Murdock, you know what I'm saying? Daredevil and Wilson Fisk are obviously still top notch. Karen, Deborah Ann Woods coming back. Cool. Action sequences, I think, now make more sense, right? And also continue the trend on being gruesome. I do like the way that the police officers are rating and doing certain things. Like, I think that it's pertaining to similar things like ice and stuff like that. Yeah, there we go. So that's why I think it's pretty good. I think that it's more cohesive. The story is making a lot more sense, because let us not forget that season 1 to not go into depth, which is why I think that it was solid, but I understood the background from it. That's why I didn't give DJ too much shit. Unlike Nate, that Nate wasn't having it. Outside of DJ thinking it was better than Ironheart. That's still crazy. It's still crazy to me. Yeah, it's still crazy to me. But season, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I understand.
Stop it.
I get you.
Get some help.
That's it. But no, I like that it doesn't seem like it's too many cooks in the kitchen, right? Or too many chefs in the kitchen. And I think that now that all that stuff is sorted out, this is coming up to be really what should be season 1. And last but not least, I hate that like DJ doesn't like this, but I like the Matt Murdock trying to figure out like the weird thing of if he's good or he's really bad, right? So I like that he's trying to figure out about the Bullseye or Karen Page, and he's trying to figure out what is the most realistic thing, because I still personally think that Daredevil is in Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I think the whole thing. Go ahead. I'm about to say, I think the whole thing with Spider-Man is you have two parallels, right? Punisher is going to show the parallel of this is you don't want to just be Spider-Man, because this is what you become. This is what it looks like. And you have Daredevil that fought the moral compass, the moral compass, and now do the duality, and he sees that as well. That could be a thing. I think that those serve. Well, same. Hey, look. I think he's going to. You're funny as shit. I'm talking about Peter Parker seeing Daredevil. Obviously, not Daredevil seeing things. Okay, DJ tried that. Faison tried that. But yeah, go ahead.
I think what's gonna happen is, and we kind of already see, because it happens in the comics too. It happened in the game, the very first Spider-Man game on the PS4. Your first mission you do is you fighting Kingpin, you put him away as Spider-Man. But I think in this case, as we can see, this season I believe is going to end with them putting Kingpin away or him going into hiding. So that'll, because Kingpin isn't running the streets, which he is for a lot of reasons the person that holds all the crime back. He's controlling, and he tells Spider-Man in the game, hey bro, when I go away, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of crazy motherfuckers. Boom, opens up for brand new day, opens up for the Punisher special. You know, we see Punisher, Daredevil, the Defenders trying to hold back all these different people, and it makes sense why Spider-Man is everywhere, why we got all these different villains just showing up as we've seen in the trailers and stuff. So I'm thinking that's how it's going to end.
The trailer, like, you see the Kingpin's secretary in Daredevil season 2, you see her handing Spider-Man the like key to the city type shit.
Oh, like, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So Kingpin won't be there to do that, because that's obviously like the mayor's job or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, something's gonna happen to him this season to kind of like lead to your point. Like, the villains are gonna get loose, the inmates are gonna run the prison. You feel me?
They were talking about Luke Cage being, you know, coming back, or the actor coming back, because like I said, we talked about Defenders, but in the comics he takes over shortly after Fisk goes to jail and becomes the mayor. And at the end of, granted, the show was kind of miss. It had some good moments, but it was still a miss for me for the Luke Cage bullshit. But at the end, he becomes the nightclub owner, and he's like, I can't fix the city from the hero's perspective. I got to do it from the underground level. He kind of does that as the mayor in the comics too. So for him, if they do that storyline, that would be kind of cool, because then it would bring all the characters back, like everybody's thinking that they're going to do. It would bring everything full circle, and it would even more solidify Spider-Man, Tom Holland, being more grounded, and seeing the characters that we saw from Netflix being introduced into the movie. Like I said, I said this last podcast, I'm not looking for anything crazy. I'm fine with a little cameo. Maybe they show up for a second. Maybe you see like a building with their name on it, like they normally do with cameos. I'm fine with that. I don't need nothing crazy, because it's a Spider-Man movie. I want it to be solely focused on Spider-Man. Punisher's there. Hulk is going to be there. But don't use this. We've done this with Tom Holland too much, bro. This nigga Iron Man was in the shit. Fucking Donald Glover was in the shit. Don't get me wrong. Donald Glover being in it was cool. But it's like, we've seen this. Let the nigga be in his own movie, bro. Let him do his own shit.
I mean, I get that, but like, Spider-Man's too big of a character. He fight like 50,000 niggas, even in the comics. He probably got the most enemies, the most friends out of all the superheroes for like a singular person.
Yeah, but, I mean, go ahead, my bad, dude.
Well, no, I was gonna piggyback on a point like the whole moral compass situation. Like, that's what made Daredevil fire, is that he don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. Like, that's been his whole thing in the comics, and they're doing it well in the show. It's just slow.
That's slow. Okay.
It's slow.
Okay.
Slow.
I'm about to say.
We get it. He's Catholic.
Okay. So, you know what? I realized. Okay. Here go. Okay. I have some of my notes. I think DJ is exaggerating, but some of my notes align with that. Are we ready for me to go through the what's not working before we end with the boys? Okay. What's not working? Slow burn cast. A lot of characters. I think you're trying to introduce a lot because you're trying to make up for season 1. And I think that becomes, it's not a jumbled mess, thank God, but I think that it comes like a wasted opportunity with certain things. Like Dalton Swordsman or whatever, that could have been a bigger plot line. Also, just remember that Jessica Jones is here.
Oh, yeah.
Jessica Jones is here, of course. Episode. Yeah, next episode. And then you see the cameo saying that they came for my kids. So that's a good thing. And I like that my daughter, and that sounds like Luke Cage. And I seen a picture of Luke Cage hugging Jessica Jones. So that's going to be great. That's going to be fire. But I don't know if like taking Jessica Jones, and I like it, and I'm interested to see how they incorporate it, but I'm a little I'm a little iffy about bringing things back from the previous Netflix, and bringing it back. But I'm cool with the Defenders. I trust the writers, so that's kind of like not a working, but that's kind of a midpoint with me, for me. And I think that Daredevil, in certain sense, is taking a back seat. Essentially, I know we got to focus on different casts and stuff, but some of the times, like DJ said, it's kind of it's a political. I get it. So you're trying to move it around and trying to get these new players, or essentially the people that are on this season, shine. And then while doing that, unfortunately, the political depth also lacks with that because you have to spread it around so much.
Right.
So that's one of the bigger things.
And to piggyback off of that, I think the reason why it kind of feels like that is because everything has to align. We've been talking about it. Spider-Man, everything has to align.
That's a line, yeah.
To that, and because of that, story has to be a certain way. And then from there, you got Avengers Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
So the story has to be a certain way. It's not like going back to what we talked about a while ago, like Loki season 2. Loki season 1 and 2 could have done whatever the fuck they wanted because it was on their own thing outside of the TVA and stuff like that. But it kind of fit because the TVA had just been introduced, so they could have their own story. They took what was going on the TV aspect and brought it to Deadpool. So with this, it's like the TV show has to lead into the movie. Well, both movies, the Punisher one-off and then the Spider-Man. So it's going to be slow because they've got to get everything right. And like you said, James, it is a lot of moving parts that's going on. I would love to see LT Gray. I don't know her fucking name, but
they want me to let LT Gray turn out, man.
Give her the suit. Let her do some shit on screen.
They gonna show her with the little chain. She didn't.
But she pulled up with the blickies, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. And I mean, last but not least, before we wrap this up and we go to the boys and what we should expect, obviously, with all this saying, there's one thing in unison, and I hate to give DJ some spotlight for this, but this also just involves the pacing. Some characters stay in a predicament way too long. That don't matter. Like I'm fine with Matt Murdock, like figuring out his thing because he's a main player. But some of these other guys, like the guy that's also running the tower and working with Fisk as well, and the backup, and him going back and forth with the journalist and the reporter, like that's a little bit too dragged on and staying the same.
We don't care.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't. It adds a lot to it. It adds a lot to it, but to stick around this long, maybe a little bit much. But that's it. That's not what's working and what's not.
How'd y'all feel about the nigga smiling though, real quick? When he took the gun from him and smiled at him. That evil ass smirk.
Nah, that was lit. That was lit. I don't care what you're saying. That was lit. That was lit.
That was lit. It gave him a little bit of swag, but it was still him.
Yeah, boy. That was fire. The smile was crazy. The smile.
Niggas get the villain and stuff, but
hit him with the gotcha, bitch.
Okay. All right. So we're at 53 minutes, so we gotta close this out real quick. The Boys season 5. What are we looking for in this season outside of being a season finale?
A nice little close off for the show. I want to see the Homelander get his ass beat. I want to see him go through some struggle, but I want to also see this nigga turn up and kill some people.
I want to see
regular civilians and shit.
Bro. Send some of the Gen Z boys their way. Bring back some of the original.
Wait, Gen Z? You mean Gen V?
Man.
I was like, wait, what? GZ? Like, we talking about millennials? I don't know what's going on now. We're not gonna talk about age brackets. All right.
Bring some of the Gen V players in. Bring some of the original cast back. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been hitting at them. I know they kind of like separated, but we've seen some of them in Gen V too. So, and also just like I know the writer said, like we can't do a full fight scene. That's why like they prefer to do animated stuff because they can't do full bloody gore fight scenes like how they want to. So I hope they at least attempt it. I know we know the Boys is like X-rated, R-rated, whatever you want to call it. But I want to see them crazy. This is series finale. They gotta go crazy. They got to go crazy with the action.
Doesn't Gen V still have one more season after this?
It does, and remember they're doing a prequel with Soldier Boy as well. So don't forget about that. But yeah, I agree. So there's some notes that I got from the showrunner, of course. Deaths are going to happen right from the premiere, so we're going to see people die and get axed off. So that means don't have a favorite suit because they will get packed up. Obviously, DJ just put a little more depth on that. There would be no type of grand Game of Thrones style battle sequences because budget didn't allow it. That's what it is. Yeah, and that's crazy. Remember the gentleman that plays Homelander said episode 7 was written as the craziest thing they could imagine and already been said in real life by a U.S. president already. And he said they was playing 5 seasons. This was always the ending. So, this was how it's supposed to end. But Amazon did want more seasons, but they would not allow it to go, which I respect.
I don't respect it. I don't respect it. This is one of their hitters. Like, this kept the lights on it, or like this greenlit a lot of other projects for Amazon. So I don't know why
it did. I mean, but you don't want it to be like you said to me, like you were saying, even though you haven't gone to the series, but me and Nick could talk about it. You don't want it to be Game of Thrones like, which starts to get too much, and you start to drag it, you start to milk it, and so forth. Like I'm gonna watch it, but it's like it doesn't give you the same nostalgia that you had before. Like that's what it
the
is.
The writer's heart ain't really in it all the way.
Yeah. Right.
It's like fucking prime example. It's like that, like Halo, not the fucking bullshit live action, but the actual games. You had like the great big send off, which was Reach, and that was supposed to be the end of it, and then Microsoft didn't want to end that shit, so they kept on going, and the games weren't really good. Me personally, so
I mean, I'm here to shoot shit. That's what I was about with Halo. All right, and that was nice. Nate was nice too whole time. I ain't gonna hold you. That last one we was nice. We was mobbing with the Cryptic Clan crew. I ain't gonna hold you, but to pivot back to the boys, just want to just for anybody that hasn't watched or season 4 recap, and then one of the darkest tones, Butcher with the new Compound V, Victoria Newland, close to peaceful resolution. The boys were captured, scattered by Vault soldiers, of course. Homelander is now in the most powerful seat that he can be. The entity has finally stepped up to be who we think he is and who we know he is. I mean, set up for season 5 now? I'm thinking it's 6 months after Gen V. It's 6 months after Gen V season 2, right? Homelander's already ruling over the U.S. And they're going to go in I think it's going on the term as an underground resistance, and I think that was the vibes of season 4, right? And then Gen V piggyback off that or whatever. Obviously the boys get scattered, broken, and stuff like that. So, this is them trying to get the gang back together. And I think the war is really going to happen. That's why people get murked. The biggest things I see is there's the 2 biggest things, and obviously it's the 2 sides, polar sides of it. The V1 formula, the ultra powerful, whatever the case may be, to give the suits what they need, and then you got the suit killing virus. One of them are going to win out. So I think it does, and the combination of all those things, this just screams war, and I think that's what it's going to be.
I mean, that's what I think the war is going to be for. Like, who controls that? And also, like, how do we take down Homelander? Because I'm pretty sure it's only going to get worse. He's only going to be worse. He running shit now. I'm sure he's going to be off the fucking chain. So we got to figure out how to get this out of here, man. We got to figure it out. So hopefully that's a glorious death. A glorious death, man. Send him off the right way.
I'm just glad that they
murder.
If
that's what you want to call a glorious way to go out. So, but what were you about to say, Nate?
No, I was about to say I'm just glad that they finally brought in Sam from Supernatural. So it's gonna be the Sam and Dean again.
Oh my gosh,
I'm with it, bro.
Sam Supernatural cast. You're right. Okay, we're at a minute. I guess we could just go ahead and get ready to close out of this. So just doing a recap, we discussed Dark Maul, of course, and how we're looking forward to that. Invincible, Conquest Return, Daredevil as it currently is now, and what we want and looking to expect from the Boys season 5. All right, so same time, Monday, sometimes Tuesdays if life gets in the way. Like, comment, subscribe, and guys, y'all got any like sending out notes, anything like that?
Nah, that's pretty much it. Don't tear DJ up, bro. He ain't go too crazy on Daredevil this time, bro.
He did not go too crazy.
I'm about to go watch Ironheart.
Oh gosh. Oh, we're not going to end off that. We're going to end off with a correction. I was wrong. All right. So per Nate, he was right. Episode 1 and 2 drops April 8th. April 8th. Weekly drops will be Wednesdays, the same as Invincible.
Okay.
So nice. I just want a correction, everybody. Just to make sure. And yeah, we're gonna end off that. We're not ending off Ironheart. So with that said, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see y'all later. You know what I'm saying? Happy. I hope y'all enjoyed Easter, all that good stuff. He is risen. That's where I'm going. There we go. He is risen. So that's what it is. And yeah. Anybody else? Any notes?
That's it.
Okay. We out. Take.
Yeah. Take for take.